No, this is the same ranking as his last period, correct? No, this is an improvement. Number
Yeah.
5 is
basically a return to where he should be.
correct. Is Homemade Waffles himself.
This was a case where
he had the wins
yeah.
to put him in the contention for 4th and 5th place, but he also had the losses to drop him out of it.
Yeah.
And
this was also a case where, like, you can't only use what you see in the wins and losses columns.
correct.
You gotta use your brain, and you gotta know, like, how good Brandon is as a player.
There are very few people who can actually push the top 3 in NorCal.
Right.
And I don't think of any
I don't
other.
think Sam has really even proved that he can yet.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Well, I've
Brandon
never.
has.
The reason I say Brandon specifically is because I've never heard the top 3 talk about a player like Brandon.
Yeah.
Like in NorCal, not even like Lord. All 3 of them say that like when Brandon's on his shit, he's just as good as all 3 of them.
Yeah.
So, I think that's a pretty big accolade to come from NorCal's top 3,
right.
who are arguably top 10, top 15 in the world.
That's right.
Coming in at number 4 is Ladontis.
Lord
Ladontis. It is Ladontis. Sam, he has rinses into the top 4 in NorCal. Sam doing really well, having pretty decent wins. Sam showing that he doesn't lose to anybody in the tiers below him, though, and that's pretty big. Besides Sheridan and Nicholas and Whittier.
Yeah, somehow.
I don't even get it.
Remember that after not this rankings, the one before the winner, this last one.
The one where he was
we put Sam as like 13th,
and he was like, I'm so much better than that.
Yeah, and then the very next day he goes to the Foundry, and he loses to
like 17th and like 19th or something.
Yeah, he lost to I think it was Nick, and then I think Bizarro Flame.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, dude, sure. Just proving us right.
Stay free, Samuel.
Sam doing really well, having some wins against, I think 2 wins against Shroom, 1 win against Kevin, if we counted that one tournament. The wins against Shroom, though, I mean, Sam claims Shroom was sober. Shroom claims he wasn't as sober as Sam thinks he was.
Right.
You know, it's cool.
We are really looking for Sam to start getting some wins at majors, though.
Yeah.
You know, we want to see that. If you want to climb, if you want to actually maintain that number 4,
or climb higher, you're not gonna beat the top 3. You're not gonna beat in the top 3 just by beating the top 3.
Right.
They prove themselves at nationals time and time again.
Yeah.
They beat players that you couldn't come close to beating.
Right.
So once you can beat those players at nationals, you start to be considered for the top 3. So I'm just gonna do a quick recap before we get into the top 3.
Okay.
20 we have Bartle. 19 we have Moose. 18 we have YCZ. 17 we have Germ. 16 we have Delphiki. 15 we have Dr. Z. 14 we have Nicholas and Whittier. 13 we have Gar. 12 we have Daryl. 11 we have L. 10 we have Silent Spectre. 9 we have Ralph. 8 we have Toph. 7 we have Azusa. 6 we have Alan. 5th we have Homemade Waffles. And 4th we have Ladontis.
Oh yeah, did you say Bartle instead of Phil for 20?
Whoops.
Somebody
20 is Phil. My
Yeah.
bad. My bad. So, top 3.
You want to talk about maybe some honorable mentions before we do top 3?
Oh, yeah. Honorable mentions. Bartle, for
Bartle,
sure.
obviously.
Miku's,
yeah, definitely. He has some pretty surprising wins, but also some surprising losses.
Correct.
That kind of really took him out of contention.
Correct.
For that last spot.
And who else? Glitter, right?
Glitter, Nat.
Glitter and Nat, yeah.
Nat.
Nat doing especially well at the last BAM, beating Ralph.
Yeah.
Which is pretty big.
I think you can make a case even that. I mean, these definitely weren't in contention for top 20, but like if we had extended it to 25, maybe Mr. Brandendorf and Weedlord
Correct.
might have gotten considerations.
Yeah,
too.
getting a few wins under their belts as well.
Yeah.
People who got dropped actually for inactivity or other reasons. We actually dropped Bizarro Flame because he moved permanently to SoCal.
Right.
We dropped Lord from his position at 4th, Kai from his position at 14th, and
Birdo
from his position at
18th, 17th,
Yeah, somewhere around there.
17th.
Because they were all inactive, didn't have enough tournaments. I believe Ty had 1 tournament, and the other 2 had 0 this period. Okay, so moving on to top 3. At number 3, we have Shroom.
Shroomed. Duwan.
We have Shroom at number 3 mainly because consistent losses to SFAT and QPU
Yeah.
in region, while also not doing what he usually does and outperforming them out of region. Historically,
He
Shroom,
did beat Buta King.
he has beat Muta King twice,
And he
but Kevin has that win over Hungrybox.
right. And Zach also
Has
over
a win over
Leffen.
Leffen.
And super close with Hungrybox. Also, I mean,
Kevin's
Duwan,
super close with Dr.
Duwan,
PP.
Yeah. Nah, I don't know. I think Dr. PP kind of was a clear victory for
Well,
him.
yeah, but-
over Kevin. I wouldn't call it close.
He beat his Falco.
Yeah.
But, I mean, historically, Shroom wouldn't necessarily beat both of them in region, but his out-of-region performance would completely just dominate them. Either beating both of them out of region, he had done that on a couple occasions, or just beating players way above their caliber out of region.
Yeah.
Uh,
And he does have a few wins against Zach this period.
He does. He actually has not lost to Zach. He only loses to Zach during the Foundry and NCR.
I see.
He actually beat Zach at, I think, 3 of the BAMs or 2 of the BAMs, which might say something to the type of environment that we have here.
Yeah.